Hi guys, today we're making a homemade pizza from start to finish. I have to admit, I'm still trying to perfect the way I bake it a little bit. So if you guys make homemade pizza, you have any tips and tricks you want to share, let us know in the comments. And let's get started because I got some hungry people to feed. Hey guys, I pulled one pizza dough out of the freezer. I'm going to make up a batch, which will give me 2 more pizza doughs. We're going to have some company, so we're going to be doing 2 pepperoni and then a half cheese and a half combination. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the dough ready. All right, so I have a 1.5 cup of water that I put in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Not to make it hot, just to kind of make it a little bit warmer than room temperature. And now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of yeast. I'll link the recipe below. And the recipe that I have calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar, but I'm going to replace it with honey. All right, we're going to set this to the side. Now I'm going to add 4 cups of flour to the bowl. And again, this makes 2 pizza crusts. Okay, we're now going to add 3 teaspoons of salt. Yeah, give it a stir. And you can see it starting to bubble. I'm going to go ahead and add that. All right, now we're going to knead it all together. Sometimes it's a little, not has enough flour, so I'm just going to add a little bit. All right, we're going to put it back in the bowl. I'm going to put drizzle a little bit of olive oil over it. I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap. Now I do want to say the oven is not on. I just have the oven light on, and the oven light will create enough warmth to make sure that it's going to rise in there. I'm going to leave it in there for 1 hour. Again, it's not on. I just have the oven light on. Well, that's rising. Now I'm going to go ahead and prep the toppings. So when the crust is ready, we can get ready to bake it up. All right, we got some bell pepper, some red onions, some mushrooms. I normally have olives, but apparently I'm out, so we're going to be using this today. I'm going to do pepperoni and then cheese and a combination. All right, and I cooked some sausage up earlier, so I'm just going to dice this up. All right, I'm just going to cover this up and wait for the pizza. All right, guys, I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to start rolling dough out. Our company is here, so I am not going to be able to be talking too much, but I will when I can. All right, I'm going to take the dough out. I'm going to set my tray up to here. I'm going to turn the oven on to 500. Now I have a large frying pan that I'm going to put in here and let heat up. All right, now I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to cut it in half to make 2 crusts. I'm going to knead it one more time. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to kind of tuck the sides all in. And then I'm going to set it aside. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other one. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll this dough out. And when I'm rolling the dough out, I just try to get it about the size that the pan is going to be. I don't really worry about it being perfectly circle, as long as it's going to fit from side to side. Now I've taken the pan out of the oven. It's very hot, and this is a cast iron. You don't want to use a regular skillet. I've done that in the past and burnt the handle. So please be careful and make sure you're using a cast iron. This is the sauce that we pick up at the store. I just put it on the crust and then spread it out evenly. Next, we're going to top it with some cheese. I like to use 2 different kinds. This is like a Colby and then a mozzarella. And then I sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. And then that's the brand of pepperoni we pick up. Going to put the pepperoni on this one. And then we're going to put it in the oven. All right, I'm going to put this in the oven and set it for 7 minutes. I like to cook it in the cast iron until it gets a nice brown crust on the bottom. I do want to say that after 7 minutes in the cast iron, I do change it to this round cookie sheet, put it to the very top, and cook it for another 3 minutes to 5 minutes until it's done. All right, guys, thanks for spending your time with us. We'll see you next time.